the numbers saying? What are the trends suggesting? How big is it a gap that the Congress has to bridge to best the BRS? Zaka Jacob?
Oh yeah,
Magic pen, magic wall, pen point, please.
Right now it's all grey and blank, but it'll start filling up with colors. And Telangana is a beautiful state, especially on the magic wall, because it's got pink of the BRS, it's got the blue of the Congress, it's got a lone saffron here, which is Raja Singh's seat. That itself is a story there. And then it's got a little bit of course, green of the MIM. I think the difficulty for the Congress is going to be the Hyderabad seats. There are 19 seats there. The Congress won just one. The BJP won just one. The rest of the 17 seats are controlled by either the BRS or the MIM. And the MIM, of course, has an unofficial alliance with the BRS. So those 20-odd seats, so basically what that means is the starting point for the Congress party instead of 119 is actually 100. And the halfway mark is 60, so which means if the Congress has to win Telangana, they have to win 60 out of 100 seats. Now that means you have to win 6 out of every 10 seats you're contesting, and that is not an easy thing to do. You need a 60% strike rate, not an easy thing. Corollary, I mean, people are, and I want Aman to weigh in on this, people are talking about if it's a hung assembly, Anand was referring to it as well, then the BJP and the BRS will automatically tie up. There might be some kind of understanding with the MIM. How easy or difficult is that, especially after the Prime Minister on the campaign said, look, KCR came to me, he said he wanted to be part of NDA. I said, how can I, have you as part of the NDA? I think it's easier said than done if it's a hung assembly for the BJP and the BRS to come together. Because it would validate what Rahul Gandhi has been saying, that ye dekho, ye inka B team hai, inka A team hai.
Absolutely. I think, Zaka, Telangana is the most complex friend equation ever. Everybody calls each other their friend. Rahul Gandhi says Mr. Modi and Mr. KCR are friends. Mr. Modi says that, AIMM and KCR are friends. So it's a complex equation. I agree with you on the point that if the election gets stuck and the BRS does not cross the magic mark on its own, it's obviously banking on AIMM, which is the unofficial alliance, and the BJP to back it. But that also has an impact on 2024. KCR's major vote bank is the Muslim vote bank.
Absolutely.
If he ties up with the BJP, does he risk losing that advantage when it comes to 2024? It would be a tough call for the BRS. Obviously, the BRS, I feel, is very confident. As you said, look at the gap. 46.87% vote share in the last election. Almost a 19% vote gap. Congress will find it really tough to, bridge that gap.
But there are no strange bedfellows. Let's be very honest in politics, okay? It's all about getting power and acquiring power. We've seen all sorts of extremely, and you have to say this word, extremely compromised alliances. You saw
Bihar.
No, you saw, you're talking about, the Hindutva vote bank, this, that, the other. You saw the BJP tie up with the PDP in Kashmir.
Jammu and Kashmir,
When the BJP had constantly accused Mehbooba Mufti of being a soft separatist. So imagine that sort of, and then of course you've had the Shiv Sena and the Congress come together. Again, you couldn't have had two more ideologically disparate parties come together. So I think if there is a hung house, it will play in favor of the BJP because remember, in 2014, the BJP had almost nothing in the south.
Yeah.
Now, 10 years later, they're looking for some footholds in the south. And if this state opens up, if the BRS flounders, the BJP has an opportunity.
Here is the thing. When you ally with people who you are not naturally aligned with, especially for the BJP, it's actually hurt them more than helped them. We saw in Jammu and Kashmir. The other story is, it's because there is, as Zaka, you said, there is so much of a gap to bridge.
No, but how did it hurt them?
The other thing is, see, 2018, the BJP was at 7%.
The PDP and the Kashmir alliance, that collapses. The mandate in the Lok Sabha elections is resounding.
Yeah, but what happened in Jammu and Kashmir was so sad that it really hurt the cause of the BJP in that sense. The fact that they abrogated 370 is because they knew that they had to do it, otherwise there is no other option. And
we've not had an election since,
Pulwama happened.
We've not had an election since.
Pulwama happened.
There's no measurable indicator to suggest.
Pulwama happened when the BJP was in power in the state.
That is true. But the one fundamental point that one must make is that, look, politics is the art of making possible the impossible. Okay?
Yep.
And we have seen that happen. And therefore, I believe that ideology is.
So you're saying the
gone and out.
BRS and the BJP will join
Can-
hands?
Yeah.
If the situation
See,
arises.
one thing is
there
very
is a-
clear, Anand, that
if I can,
BJP does
I mean,
not
look
want
at the number of,
Congress
you know,
to
you
come
were
to
talking
parliament.
about,
one-
you
one
made
at a
this
time,
point.
one at a
No,
time.
he made this
Yeah.
point,
Jaka,
very
Jaka,
specific
there is a
point.
beautiful term, I'm borrowing Gen Z lingo from my daughter, it's called situationship. Right?
Situationship,
So in politics, more than anywhere else, situationship
No, but
matters.
Zaka, you made an interesting point. You said the Prime Minister said that, look, he came to me and he asked for an alliance.
Yeah.
And I said, how can I tie up with a party that has a less than sort of, you know.
Yeah.
Now, look at the politics of the BJP on the ground. So many ED prosecuted, or on the verge of being prosecuted politicians are suddenly in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Look at Bengal. Look at the state of Andhra itself.
Maharashtra?
Look at Maharashtra.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's set that aside for a moment. What is really interesting in Telangana is whether the Congress can get over its inability to beat a regional party. I think that's fundamental. And if that happens, this is, in fact, both the BJP and the Congress have a problem when it comes to regional parties. They square off
Absolutely.
very well
and
with each
more
other.
so in
Acha.
southern India. I mean, look
Exactly.
at Tamil Nadu. The Congress lost power
Okay.
in 1967. It hasn't ever come back on its own. It's backing on the DMK.
Exactly.
But
See,
that's
the conversation always goes to towards that state जहां आपको लग रहा है कि मामला फंस रहा है.